foaming green action, but that's what I'm talking about watching about what you're doing with the battery right there, because once you get that around those caps, that's a dangerous deal right there. You're talking. What up, guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! This is the world's tiniest screwdriver. Actually, the pick has nothing to do with the video. I just wanted to put something goofy up there to throw you guys off. Anyways, today's video, I'm sure you've got a little snippet you've seen here coming in, is going to be a little bit different. Once again, I'm throwing out a little curveball. But I had a guy come into my shop, and my garage shop, my home shop, whatever you guys want to call it. You know, you can call it my dog shed, my garden shed, I don't care. It's where I make money out of. And he says, CP, what in the heck do you have a case of baking soda doing in here? And it's one of those things, guys, where I've been doing something so long and it's become so normal to me that I actually don't even think about it, that people wouldn't even have a clue. And this is an old timer secret to me that got this. But anyways, we're going to talk about this. Baking soda. One of the best tools that you could have in the shop. That's right, baking soda. I mean, it's so simple, it's stupid. Tool trucks don't have it. You got to go to the grocery store. But baking soda has so many uses, and I keep baking soda with me all the time. In fact, it's one of the biggest. We're gonna get into a couple reasons. I got about 8 or 9 of them. We're gonna get into a couple reasons, but man, this is like some of the most easiest, simplest, foolish thing you should have. Just one box of baking soda to have in your toolbox. Helps keep some odors down if you have some tools that are stinky, that 80-90. But the bigger thing is the benefits of having baking soda. Baking soda is like one of the greatest things ever. And I guess this comes from my grandparents and whatnot, but let's talk about a few of the reasons. One, it's pretty simple. If you have a shop and you're a shop owner or whatnot, keeping baking soda around, throw a little vinegar down the drain will keep the drains a little bit clear. I've been doing this for years. And I did it for years when I was at the shop, just because we always kept it. We used to buy baking soda bulk in the boxes at Walmart and whatnot, and then we bought Dawn dish soap. This is like standard 101 shop stuff. Dawn dish soap, baking soda. I swear to God, that's like main ingredients of a shop for me. Dawn dish soap is also great too. I think it's absolute. I buy it by bulk too. But that's for another video. If you guys want to hear me talk to you about what I use Dawn dish soap for, all the things I use it for, you'd be surprised. But yeah, keeping the drains clean, you throw a little bit of baking soda down, hit her with a little vinegar, bada bang, bada boom, you get some foaming action, and it's good for unclogging the glands. Comes in handy, it's natural. It's just nice. 2 is as simple as cleaning your hands. Believe it or not, baking soda does a great job cleaning your hands. Getting off acidic stuff and makes them soft and supple and discreet. But believe it or not, baking soda does a great job for cleaning your hands. Not as well as your teeth, but as far as a shop use, I'm not trying to get into semantics about that. I mean, I use baking soda for cleaning my teeth, and I use baking soda for antacids every once in a while. In fact, that's why I have it in the shop. Is not only is an emergency antacid. If I ever have heartburn or whatnot, take a little teaspoon of baking soda, boom, you're good as gold, buddy. And I think of buying a case of this baking soda on Amazon. I'll put a link, but I buy it for like $12 for a case. It's one of the best things you can have. In fact, just having it around the house in general. Baking soda is absolutely something that was old school that I was taught as a young man. And I feel like there's a lot of people that don't realize that, especially when I had a guy that walked in that was 30 years old. As we talked about, you can subdue those nasty smells with it, including the drains and whatnot. But they neutralize the pH balance in a lot of negative smells, nasty smells. Dumping them in the drain is definitely something. Even if you don't put vinegar down it, I still dump a little down the drain just because helps keep that drain smelling fresh. I put a little bit in my bathtub drain all the time too, so it's just nice. A big one for me, a number 4 reason, is cleaning your batteries. You know how you see how nasty the batteries. all that corrosion and whatnot. Now, there's a couple of little tips I want to give you about cleaning your battery and whatnot. When you clean your battery, I see a lot of guys just throw baking soda on, throw a little water on, and let it, just mitigate all over your battery. Mitigate, is that lay around, spill all over. But if you see right here on the edges of your battery, especially ones that are capped like this, you got to watch out, because if that baking soda gets in your battery, it will neutralize it. And I actually had a guy that did that to a brand new battery. He popped the top, didn't get the top done, cleaned the battery top. I mean, the battery was only a couple months old and had some corrosion. And he destroyed a guy's battery because he used baking soda. You got to watch that. I highly recommend not just spilling baking soda on there, and being very careful, because that baking soda, just a little bit, will neutralize your entire battery if it slips underneath that cap. And they're not completely sealed from keeping that out. Usually they're under the hood. So just a little FYI. And you just sprinkle, and a lot of guys do this, they sprinkle it liberally, but like I said, right there, you're getting that right around that cap. But sprinkling it liberally, getting it all over. I usually like to take a little bit of it, scrub it with a toothbrush, and kind of dam it up away from there, and scrub it around, dip the toothbrush in water, and scrub it off like that, so that I don't get a bunch of water. Not only that, it also puts baking soda and acid down in your car, and I'm always afraid that long-term effects of that are going to be terrible. And it only takes a little bit of water, as you can see. And then you start to get that foaming green action. But that's what I'm talking about watching about what you're doing with the battery right there. Because once you get that around those caps, that's a dangerous deal right there. You're talking, you know how expensive batteries are now, $150, $200, some of them. That's not good. Then, of course, I always coat my batteries with a little bit of red, coating of the battery coating, protector, whatever you want to call it, all that stuff. The battering protector spray. I actually don't even know what's in that stuff, to be honest. Let me know in the comment box. Don't forget to hit that like button. Especially subscribe if you haven't before. Appreciate you guys always, love all you guys, and I'm just trying to help all you guys out. But yeah, this is a big one for me for baking soda, is always cleaning up some battery stuff. Dipping the terminals into a cup, letting them soak, and like I said, scrubbing with a toothbrush. I always keep toothbrush around. In fact, I keep toothbrushes that I always ask people for their old toothbrushes. Believe it or not, that's the cheapness in me. Number 5 is just scrubbing and cleaning all kinds of things. Sometimes clean tools with them, especially if you're working on batteries or any type of acidic type of stuff. I use brake clean, all that stuff. It's just baking soda is a safe, natural cleaner that just does a good job. It doesn't have a lot of harmful stuff in it. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the JD Tico tool cleaner, but baking soda is an additional thing that I will always have around. It's awesome. Here's another big one. Oil spills. Motor oil spills in the garage. Do this baking soda recipe for cleaning up oil spills. You use it just like floor dry. And it's just, not only that, for any type of chemical spill, baking soda kind of neutralizes some stuff, so it's nice to have around. And oil spills is just a minor one. I wouldn't recommend putting a whole bunch of baking soda on giant oil spills, because it could get quite expensive, where we know floor dry is a little bit cheaper, but it is an option, and it does work. And not only that, it also gets, if you're working on something, and let's say you have your nice clothes on, and you had to do something, change oil, baking soda is really good for getting the oil stains out, making it into a paste. It breaks down the oil and kind of removes it from the fibers. Baking soda is really good for cleaning. If you know about baking soda, my grandmother was just, she used to tell me everything. Put baking soda on it. I mean, like, she was like the fairy godmother of baking soda. You can sprinkle it on anything. Oh, your dog hurts? Sprinkle some baking soda on him. He'll be better. Oh, your tooth hurts? Sprinkle some baking soda on your face. It'll, oh, you got a cut? Sprinkle some baking soda. You know what I mean? Like, did you ever have that grandma? That was my grandma. So, yeah, I loved her to death, and but she definitely used baking soda on everything. Number 7, removing rust and polish. If you take some baking soda and some steel wool and make yourself a little deal, you can actually remove rust and polish, especially on chrome. I wouldn't recommend doing this on your Jaguar, your Lamborghini, or anything like that, or anything that you really care about, because you're going to get surface scratches. But If it's a rusty tool or whatnot like that, you can use baking soda and steel wool. Anything with chrome or whatnot, it's definitely a good use of baking soda. And it has a dazzling shine. As you know, I kind of looked up this stuff because I knew what I use it for, and found these deals that kind of went along with what I use my stuff for. So don't get me wrong, I didn't write these cheesy statements here. And the last but not least is get small fires under control. Keep several boxes of baking soda on hand. This is a huge one for me because I trust baking soda more than I do fire extinguishers. It's easier to clean up. Okay, that's one thing I do. I can dump this on an engine or in a carb and feel pretty confident that if I run it through an engine, it's not going to damage it too bad. But you can dump this contents on electrical fires and a lot of things, and it will actually help snuff it out, basically. It really definitely works on oil fires, and if you ever had an oil fire on your car, you understand those are, the grease gets light on fire, oil or whatnot, it gets pretty nasty. But electrical fires, if I got electrical fire going, and as long as I can cut the power, and I've had to use this one time in my life. The plastic was melting, and that's where it was really came in, because plastic, is a oil, a crude oil. It helps snuff out that fire, and I feel like with today's cars being 110% plastic anyways, this is definitely something to have or use in the shop. So anyways, guys, I know it's a different video. Once again, I threw you a curveball, but I had to do this because baking soda is just an awesome tool to have in the garage, and it's cheap, inexpensive. And I will put a link for the Amazon stuff I buy for it, the whole case. There's like 24 boxes in there, and I believe it's like 12 or 13 bucks. You can't go wrong. Cheapest money, cheapest insurance you can spend on it, and it definitely comes in handy. You'll be surprised once you start using it, how much you start using it, and how often you use it. And it's convenient, it's cheap, it's baking soda. So anyways, guys, appreciate you watching. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.